What is up, people? I have some great guests today, or some pretty good guests, anyways. But welcome to the show. Thanks for tuning in. And every show, as always, is presented by the fine folks at Quick Trip, the best gas station in all the land. All right. Now you can order on the app. You can get there and you order on the app and you'll be ready. It'll be there. The macaroni and cheese, the chicken tenders, whatever that you order. That's what I order. You can order whatever you want though, and it'll be there waiting for you. It'll have a nice little smile on its face, and everyone will be happy. The chicken tenders will be happy to see you, and you'll be happy to see the chicken tenders. Love made in paradise. Anyways, that was kind of weird, but today we have. I think I have this thing turned around. Hang on a second. But we have Kate. I'm trying to get the names right. I screwed up because I didn't have this. I didn't have this. Hey, I'm not a good podcaster. I didn't say that. Oh, look, there are the names. There we go. No, we have Kate. We have Pack Daddy. We're just gonna call him Daddy today. All right. That's gonna be weird for you. I'm gonna call you Daddy all day.
Great.
We have Ray. Is it Ray? Is that how you?
Yeah, it's Ray or Renee. So
Renee,
whatever works.
That's how on Twitter. That's how I called you. So, like today, I want to talk about dude. Aaron Rodgers is back. Dude, I am so stoked. I'm so stoked because I talked so much trash this whole season, this whole off season about Aaron Rodgers coming back, and I got people commenting on it, and they're like, "Oh my God, you knew." Like, you're so smart. Like, no, I'm just so optimistic. I'm stupid. I had no idea. Like, I didn't have no sources. Like, who the hell am I? I'm so optimistic. And, like, people talk about Adam Schefter, like how he was, like, you know, I'm not saying that he was wrong, like, what he said, because probably a lot of truth to, like, what he said, even though people don't want to believe it. But, like, they're like, oh, he just keeps saying it. I was the same way the other way. Like, I was like, at times I was like, I don't know. But I was like, dude, Aaron Rodgers is coming back. I'm going to die in that hill. And I would have died in that hill, but I didn't have to die in that hill because Aaron Rodgers is back. But I have a lot of things to say about Bronco fans. I have a lot of things to say about, like, a lot of fans, like Viking fans, Bear fans, a few Packer fans. But what are your guys' thoughts? Let's start with Kate over here. What is your thoughts? Because we're going to talk a lot of trash. But first, what is your thought about Aaron Rodgers coming back and maybe Randall Cobb? Like there's so much happening. It was so bad, and now it possibly could be like pretty damn good.
Yeah, I didn't have to die on the hill either, but I also wasn't as strong as you. I mean, I had my stance, but I was like, you know what? Maybe, because I was back up my trash talk with a maybe, because I ain't gonna be quote tweeted. I ain't gonna be none of that. So I was backing up with a maybe. And I happened to be right this time. I was like, you know what? I think this will blow over. I think he's too loyal. I think he wants to play ball for a good team. And when you make an NFC championship game 2 years in a row, like, you're a good team. So none of the trade scenarios worked. So, like, all of these fans had all of their dream scenarios. None of them worked because nobody's good. So yeah, and if they're good, they're not looking at him. You know, you're not going to send him to Kansas City. They got their dude. You're not going to send him to Tampa Bay. They got their dude. Like, all these teams that are talking about getting him are trash teams. He's not going to go. He's not going to go. He's not going to leave what he has, as bad as it may be or as bad as it seems or whatever anybody else wants to think. He's not going to up and leave and go to a trash team to try to win in the next 5 years, after, till he's old and can't play anymore. Like, it's silly. There's nothing that would have worked. So in the back of my head, I'm just thinking, okay, Caitlin, there's nothing that can happen that would make sense for anyone. Yeah. And there's no quarterbacks that we would want either on the flip side of it. Like, okay, we're going to trade. Who are we going to trade for? Teddy Bridgewater? You've got to be kidding me. Like, no way.
I thought it was funny because Bronco fans were like, whenever, like, every trade scenario with, like, Locke was in it. Like, why would we want
Right.
Like,
right.
Like, we have Jordan Love, so, like, if they were going to move on from Aaron Rodgers, like, we're not, like, we don't give us a trash quarterback. Like, we have backups.
That's like in a fantasy football league when they send you 4 terrible players for your best player. It's like, dude, but I don't want them.
I don't want 0 points a game.
It's like, what am I going to do with this?
Right.
None of it made sense. So, like, I just kept saying, like, I'm kind of a rational person. Like I try to be that way in real life. And so I'm just trying to rationalize, like, what in the world could anybody have out there that we would want? And I couldn't think of anything. And like, that would also work for him. Like, what's also going to make him the star that everyone claims he wants to be? Like, he wants to be the center of attention. So like, he has to be the dude wherever he goes. And I just couldn't come up with anything. Like, so I kept saying to myself, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. So thank goodness we were right.
So, Daddy, as I'm going to call you throughout this time, Mr. Pack Daddy. I love that name, by the way. I wish I would have thought of it. I wish I could be Pack Daddy. It has something to it.
Yeah.
So, what are your thoughts? Like, first of all, like with the Broncos thing, I don't even want to talk. Actually, we shouldn't talk. Aaron Rodgers is back. Like, I don't want to talk about like what ifs because we everyone has talked about this, but like. Dude, like this roster, I believe, is so good. Like I've been saying through the whole offseason, like I think Rashawn Gary's gonna be so good. I think this pass rush is gonna be like super ridiculous. And dude, I just can't wait till like the season starts so I'm gonna talk a lot of trash like throughout training camp, but when the season starts is when I'm really gonna get into gear because like I'm in like preseason mode already where I'm just like gearing up to talk all the trash. But like What are you thinking? I don't even know where I was going with this question. I'm like,
that's right. I got it.
You know, Pat McAfee, he'll ask like a 4-minute question. I'm not gonna do that. But you got
It's already done.
It's fine because I'll be honest, I stopped listening a while ago.
Yeah. Just say whatever you want to say. Don't even listen to my questions. Just say, after I start talking, then you go.
That's a great point. Here's what I want to talk about. So, first of all, the intro music was kind of awesome. Second of all, please don't call me daddy. But as far as Aaron Rodgers, there was a time where I was like, all right, so he's not coming back, whatever, we'll figure it out. You know, I'm good with Jordan Love. But like you said, they talk so much trash, the Broncos fans, the Bears fans, the Vikings fans. I just want him to come back and annihilate and embarrass everybody so badly because of how much trash they talked. I don't care about anything else. I'm like a Bears fan now where I care more about the Bears losing than the Packers winning. I just want to embarrass them. I want to go on Twitter and I just want to be a troll for a full year and just tell them how much their quarterback sucks, Justin Fields. Actually, it's probably Andy Dalton. But whenever Justin Fields does take over, like halfway through the year, talk about how much their quarterback sucks compared to our quarterback and how much they wish they could have a good team. And, you know, just stuff like that. I just want to do that. And then once in a while when I'm bored, I'll go over and find a Broncos fan that's depressed because their team has won 2 games and the season's almost over. And like Vikings fans who are so confident that they got this great team, even though they have no corners, go talk to them about, oh, what's going on, buddy? How's your day going? How's your team doing? You know, you got any aspirations? Like, you're not going to win the North or make the playoffs, but you got any like goals in your life? Anything you want to do when you grow up or anything like that? I'm just very excited that Rodgers is back. And like you said, I do think this is the best roster. I thought last year we had the best roster in football. I know we lost to Tampa, but we had David Bakhtiari out and a bunch of key players didn't do their best. I think at their best, we beat Tampa because we have the best roster and our roster got better. So yeah, best team in football, and it's going to be a fun season.
Dude, I did. Hang on a second. I got a button for that. Dude, that is what I'm saying. Is like, I thought so too. I guarantee the Packers when the Packers played the Buccaneers both times last season, and I caught a lot of trash for that. I caught a lot for that because, but you know, because obviously they lost. But like, yeah, dude, Bronco fans are like, they were on me all off season. Every comment, like I'm on Facebook, I'm everywhere. I'm a social media whore. But like everywhere they were like, oh, Aaron Rodgers not for long. He's gonna go to the Broncos. Yep. And like now it didn't happen. And they were like, yeah, when Aaron Rodgers leaves, the Packers are gonna go 5-11. I know that there's an extra game now. I'm like, oh, so like you guys did last season? The Broncos are trash. They're like, well, we had a good quarterback. Well, yeah. If you have 3 tires on your car, well, if I had 4 tires, this car would drive pretty damn good. No, you're a 5-11 team because you're trash. You don't have a quarterback. Draft one. Like, It's not hard. The Packers, I love saying this. They're like, you had 30 years of Hall of Fame quarterbacks. Yeah, get one, bro.
Yeah, like, right. You know? That's your job.
You're right.
Dude, That's what what I'm saying is I know it's not that easy because obviously I'm not like one of those spoiled Packer fans. Like I get it, the Packers have, but like go get one. Like don't cry about not having a quarterback. Like the Bears, they're not bad at drafting quarterbacks. They're bad at coaching. They're bad at like getting. I think that Jay Cutler at the Broncos was actually a good quarterback, and he went to the Bears and he sucked. I remember being upset when you guys are probably young, whatever, but like I remember, I'm sure you remember, but I was old still then. But like I remember being upset, like, oh, they got Jay Cutler, like he was like MVP candidate. I don't know, like he wasn't like in second, but like he was up there. Like people were talking about, he was a good quarterback. He went to the Bears and he just sucked. Trubisky, everyone talked. I mean, not everyone, but Bear fans talked about how great he was going to be, and then he sucked. Now he's a backup in Buffalo. And so Justin Fields, like he seems good. Like people are like all excited about him, but like, dude, he plays for the Bears. I'm not impressed, bro. But like, dude, everyone talking trash about Aaron Rodgers was not going to come back. He's back. Maybe Randall Cobb is going to, I don't even know what that's going to do, but it's going to make Aaron Rodgers happy. I don't care. Like, if he wants me to like drive him around, I'll do that. I love Randall Cobb. I love Randall Cobb, but like people are like, well, he's old and he's he's not what he used to be. But like, I don't care. Like, I think he's going to be good. Like, he's got a relationship with the Rook Rodgers, and I think that'll be good. And he's Rodgers guy, Aaron Rodgers guy, and he's a good receiver. He's not like he's some chump. He's older. He's not 67. Like, like I don't care. Like, do whatever the hell you got to do to get Aaron Rodgers to play this year. Dude, I'm with him. But anyways, we haven't heard from Ray yet. So, what are you thinking? Talk trash. Say something bad.
Talk trash. Okay. Well, like I don't know if you've seen on Twitter some of my takes on this. I kept it quiet for a little just to like keep the Broncos and the Bears fans out of my notifications, which I did a pretty good job for the past few months. It took a lot of strength to do that, but I know this is like probably a bad take, but I just think Rodgers was just trying to troll some of the media with some of this, why he didn't say anything. That is my 100% take on this. And I think while we don't know what was going behind closed doors, I think he had they knew what was going on. They're like, whatever, we know he's coming back, so there's nothing to worry about. They can talk all they want and they can eat it when we go possibly further than where we went last year. But also I think if Cobb does come back, Amari can learn from him. And then he'd be there for a few years and, maybe Cobb may retire. I mean, obviously don't want to see that happen, but that does happen eventually. And he may make a good position to fill Cobb's shoes and learn from someone like Cobb. My God.
And like they know each other. Like Cobb like helped him like when he was in high school, I think. Like,
yeah.
I think I forget what it is. I'm a little buzzed up. People ain't gonna lie. But I think Cobb like helped him, and I think Amari Rodgers' dad was it. Pack Daddy probably knows. I'm not supposed to call him Daddy anymore. No, but like I think it was Amari Rodgers' dad coached someone's dad coached someone. But Cobb and Amari Rodgers know each other. Cobb helped him in high school. He helped him throughout his growth in college. Like there was someone's dad was doing something at some point. And so like I think Cobb and Amari Rodgers being together, like they know each other. I think that's bonus. But Aaron Rodgers and Cobb are obviously they're friends. Like I don't know. Like people are saying like that was part of the deal. Like if Rodgers comes, I don't buy that. Like it was part of the deal. I think it was requests, and the Packers like yeah okay we'll do that. Like we'll try to make that happen. But like I'm not mad about Cobb coming back. Like some people are mad. Like we should get Jordy Nelson instead. Like calm down, Jordy Nelson, dude. He's
let him retire in peace.
Yeah, dude, he's fine. He's doing his thing. I love Jordy Nelson. Jordy Nelson, I'm his like third biggest fan. Because I know two people for sure who like just love him to death. But like I love Jordy Nelson, but like Jordy Nelson's retired. He doesn't want to come back. He mentioned it like a few years ago. But anyways, who? Because this show like I wanted to be about talking trash about the people who said Aaron Rodgers. So Katie, who are besides the Broncos? I think the Broncos are probably that number one team. Who do you want to just demolish the most about the whole Aaron Rodgers will never come back type of thing?
I think that I have top three. So obviously the Broncos, like they take the cake no matter what. But then you have the Bears, obviously. But then those Raiders fans, they slid in there because the whole storyline with Adams leaving too. Oh my gosh, the Raiders fans jumped in. They took that bait so hard, and so I like Raiders fans. Like I have no animosity. But, like, if I see one more picture of the two of them in Raiders jerseys, I'm going to lose it. Because it is the most ridiculous storyline I've ever heard. And that was, like, the last 2 days. Like, that wasn't even, like, a long, drawn-out thing. So those are my top three. Like, I want to see all three of those teams just destroyed.
Well, the whole thing with me was, like, with Derek Carr, like, he wants Devontae Adams. Like, yeah, obviously.
Everyone does. Like,
who doesn't?
You know, in college, like everyone knows that. But like, oh, Derek Carr wants Devontae. Like, yeah, he wants the best wide receiver in football. Shocking! I'm stunned. I mean, obviously they play together, so he's got a little vibe with them. Devontae Adams doesn't want to play for Raiders. Nobody. I don't even know. Even if he did, like next year, if he didn't sign with the Packers, no one even knows like how the Raiders season is going to go if Derek Carr will even be there. I don't know. So, Pack Daddy,
Yo.
What do you know about the Raiders? Like, I see a lot of people. I don't know a lot about the Raiders. I ain't gonna lie.
That kind of just jumped up. There was a guy that I worked with who's a Raiders YouTuber, and he started popping off real hard. He's like, guaranteed, he's coming. And I'm like, and this was right after the whole thing with, The Last Dance or whatever. Yeah. So I was like, I think it's kind of confirmed, man. They're coming back. We're good to go. And he's like, whatever, man. We'll see. So I'm kind of new to this. I didn't know it was so like they're positive he's coming. And I'll be honest, I might be a coward a little bit. I'm probably not going to mouth off to a Raiders fan. I'm just not going to do that. You guys go ahead and do what you got to do. I'll talk trash to Bears fans. I don't want to get stabbed. So I'm not going to talk to Raiders fans that way. I'm sure they're nice people. I'm just going to be polite.
Very
nice. like Philly fans. I'm sure they're very polite. I'm not going to talk trash to them. But yeah, I'm kind of new to it, but it is kind of funny. I mean, if they still think so, I might go poke over there, see what they're doing, and just kind of make fun of them a little bit because they're obviously off in some kind of crazy delusion. But also, I will say, I looked up what you were talking about, and I found this article from Tex Western. It says that Amari's dad coached at Kentucky and coached Randall Cobb, and Amari actually said that Randall Cobb is like a big brother to me. So they're actually pretty tight. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Because that's what I was reading earlier, but like my memory is not as good as it was an hour ago. Yeah, so like I think I posted on Facebook. I think Randall Cobb coming is beneficial to Amari Rodgers. Like Donald Driver was to like every receiver like below him. And it's different because he knows them, like he like basically coached him a little bit. He coached him up. He helped him along the way. I read an article about it. I don't read a lot, but I read that article and it said like he gave credit to Randall Cobb for like his success and like he helped him along the way. So it's good. Like if they're joining, whenever you have a veteran wide receiver and you have young wide receivers, it's good. Like Devontae Adams, like being if you have Devontae Adams on your team, a rookie is going to be better because Devontae Adams. Like when Donald Driver was there, every player below him was good. When Jordy Nelson, like at his peak, like when you got Randy Moss, whatever wide receiver you want to say, they're all in rooms together, they're all practicing together. It's just good for everybody. But I want to get to this real quick. I have a comment. I was going to post a whole bunch of comments, people saying dumb stuff. But
I see it.
Everyone knows like what everyone was saying. Like Rodgers is gone. Like every comment, anytime you posted anything about the Packers, people were commenting, Aaron Rodgers is gone. He's going to the Broncos. He's going, Mark Schlereth. You know what?
My favorite one was he was going to the Patriots. I'm like, y'all dragged him for years saying he was shit, and now you want him? Is he good or is he bad? Pick a side and stay there.
Yes, this comment is funny because I've seen this multiple times about what the Packers did with Aaron Rodgers. Like I don't know if you call it a new contractor, but the situation that the Packers and Aaron Rodgers did. This guy says, "No, dude, you denied reality for months and locked into technically being right when on the night before training camp the Packers gave in." And let Rodgers essentially become a free agent after the season.
It's a lot of bad takes.
That is so false. Because I have been saying this whole offseason that Aaron Rodgers is going to come back. But that is so wrong. Like, you couldn't be more wrong. Like, this right here.
Moron.
You couldn't be more wrong if you, like, said the sky is pink. Well, I guess if there's a right storm, it could be. All right. Well, I don't know what the sky is. A lot of colors if you think about it. I was trying to think of the color there. It's a lot of colors. You know, there's a storm. It could be purple. You know what I mean?
Go with grass, Matt. Go with grass.
But I'm just saying, this dude is so wrong. Aaron Rodgers, after the season, in no situation where he will be a free agent. Like, right. After this season, if they both sides decide this isn't working for us, whether they win a Super Bowl or they don't, Aaron Rodgers could be like, I'm not feeling it. The Packers have the choice to trade Aaron Rodgers. I think there's probably some word in there where they listen to him. I don't think it's full, like, where he gets to pick. Because if they made it where, like, Aaron Rodgers, you get to pick wherever you're traded, and he says, I picked the Falcons, right? For example, the Falcons be like, well, we'll give you a 7th because Aaron Rodgers choice. So I don't think it's full blown. It's his choice, but, like, it's definitely not a free agent. And I don't even care. People talking about 2022, dude. Players always talk about one game at a time. Let's go at one season at a time. I'm not going to be stressing about what happens next season. Dude, we have Aaron Rodgers. Dude, this roster is so good. Like, all the Bronco fans talking about if we had Aaron Rodgers, I think it's funny because I have a lot of Bronco fans. Well, if we had Aaron Rodgers, we'd be a top 3 team in the league. All right, so you still don't win shit. So, like, I'm not focused on being a top 3. The Packers were a top 3 team in the league, I guess, last year, like, whatever number they lost the NFC Championship games. So, like, it doesn't matter if you're not number 1. Like, why are you flexing? Like,
you're not first, you're last.
Yeah, everyone told me this all offseason. I was like, well, they made it to the NFC Championship game 2 years in a row. They're like, no one cares if you're not first. Well, then don't brag about we'd be top 3. All right, great. Aaron Rodgers. And, like, if that's what you're selling them, like, can you imagine John Elway like, Aaron Rodgers? If you come over here, you'll be top 3 in the league.
He's like,
Can you imagine if they said it to Peyton Manning, hey, come to the Broncos, you'll be top 3. Like, I was top 3 for a lot of years. I don't like it. I want to be top 1. You know what I mean? Like, so, like, the Bronco fans can just shut the hell up. All right? Just, like, Bronco fans, like, they do not matter. You don't matter. You didn't matter for a long time. Only reason that people are talking about you because you're talking about getting Aaron Rodgers, which isn't going to happen. He's a Green Bay Packer. So just Bronco fans,
go back to the hole you came from.
Purgatory of the NFL of which you came. I don't like Bronco fans. People are like, well, you don't like Bronco fans because Super Bowl 32. Yeah, you're right. I'm not denying it. I'm old. I watched that game. I was a little drunk. I don't remember a lot of that game, but I rewatched it. I wasn't old enough to drink either, but I did. You know what I mean? No one cares. But
Matt, I can tell you, like, from experience, Broncos fans are terrible. They're awful. And, like, that's my family and my friends, and I am speaking ill of them, and they'll never see this, so it's fine. But Broncos fans are garbage. And that stadium is garbage. Like, everything about that team is absolutely terrible. So this brings me a personal joy to, like, go back to my dad and be like, how'd that work out? I want to know. I'm curious how everything played out for you.
How did that work out?
Yeah, like you did. Yeah. I don't know. The Broncos to me are dead. Like they don't matter. Like after this show, I will never mention them again because they don't matter. They're first of all, they're in the AFC, so I don't care about them to begin with, and they have no quarterback, which is a beautiful thing.
They have Locke, okay?
Yeah, dude, they were trying hard. Every trade scenario gave him away, and they're like, no. And I saw someone, a Bronco fan, like, no, we're good with Locke. I'm like, dude, every trade scenario, you guys were like, that's like that old like bike you have in your garage. Whenever someone comes over, like, you want it? You want that? Like, my stepdad does that. He's got it in his garage. I'll come over. he's like, hey, you want that grill? I'm like, there's a hole in it, bro. It's rusty. He's like, no, you want it though? You can have it. It's free, bro. You can have it. Like, I don't want the damn thing. He's like, I'll help you load it. I'm like, I'm good. Like, I'll just load it myself. I'll throw it in your truck if you want. I'm like, no, dude, get that. I don't want it. That's kind of how Bronco fans are with Locke. They're just like, they're just trying to give him away. And then now they're like, oh no, this is our guy, bro. This is our
They've
guy.
been doing that for a long time. When I did draft videos, and I'd be like, all right, I got you guys a quarterback in the first round. Now you're set. You got a quarterback, some wide receivers. They're like, dude, Drew Lock is the truth. You don't understand. He's the man. He just didn't get an opportunity. Then Rodgers becomes available. It's like, get this bum out of here. Rodgers is ours. We're going to win it all. And now they don't get Rodgers. They're like, dude, Drew Lock is the man. You don't know what you're talking about. Like, you guys are stupid, man. What is this? I don't get it.
Talk about a complete 180.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I want to ask you this because this is a trash talking show right here, but I want to ask you about Jordan Love because Mr. Pack Daddy, I like your name, bro.
That's good, man.
I'm gonna start calling myself Pack Daddy. No, but like Jordan Love, no one knows. Like what's going on with Jordan Love? Because like good or bad, that people are giving opinions. Unless like you're at practice, like you don't know, and there's not a lot of practicing going on, and it's starting again. But like nobody knows about outside of coaches. But like, how big is it? Like another year behind Rodgers, I think is humongous. Like I don't know what Jordan Love is. Like I'm not a scout. Like I'm not. Like no one's invited me to practice anyways. If I was a scout, like if I could be really good, but I wouldn't know because like I see him throw balls in nets every now and again. But what is your thoughts like going with another season with Aaron Rodgers, learning, watching? Obviously, he'll probably be the backup this year. Last year he wasn't. He was more watching. Like, what do you think? How official is it?
The other good thing, or the other big thing that I really want to happen on top of Rodgers beating everybody is Jordan Love taking over and beating everybody. Because you want to talk about one of the most disrespected people in all of football. Yeah. It's amazing to me how people are just like, haha, the Packers have no plan after this year. Pretty sure we drafted a quarterback. We got criticized for drafting a quarterback when you don't need one yet. But we got one. We're planning ahead. And they're like, well, you don't need to plan ahead yet. And now all of a sudden it turns out we did because we're not with a quarterback anymore. And it's like, well, now you don't have one. We do, though. We drafted a guy. And Bears fans are like, well, you guys don't have a plan. We got a plan. You picked the guy 15 picks before we did. It's not that big of a gap, man. You got a first-round draft pick quarterback. We got a first-round draft pick quarterback. We got a guy that's playing under Matt LaFleur. You got a guy under some garbage quarterback or quarterback coach that nobody cares about. We've got a quarterback-friendly scheme. You've got a guy that's learning behind Dalton. We've got a guy learning behind Rodgers. I mean, I know you was 15 picks earlier, but I feel like our guys got a shot at being pretty good at this football thing. And so, yeah, another year learning under Rodgers, actually being the number 2, actually learning this system, actually really getting involved in it. Plus, we have a much better roster than the Bears have. If we dominate this season, and Jordan Love, he doesn't have to be Pat Mahomes. If he's just like Kirk Cousins good, like he's good enough to just operate the system and beat the Bears and just be better than Justin Fields, I don't need one other thing in my life. That's all I want. That's all I want is for Jordan Love to just be this much better than Justin Fields, and I'm done. I'm cashing out my chips. I'm happy because I don't know what it is. Bears fans just I lost it, man. At some point, and I was being nice to Bears fans. I was like, they're not that bad. Vikings fans are jerks. Denver Broncos fans are jerks. Bears fans are kind of relaxed, man. They're kind of chill. They don't really talk anymore because they know they suck. And then they drafted Justin Fields, and they lost their mind.
It's like they just won the damn Super Bowl.
We're the best team in football. We're going to win the North.
You remember this, though? When everyone was saying this, I was saying it too. Like, the Bears suck, obviously.
Yep.
But, like, we respect Bear fans. We were saying this. I was saying this for sure. I respect Bear. I can't respect the Viking fans, but I respect Bear fans. They drafted Justin Fields, and they're like, That's not Justin Fields. That's Joe Montana, bro. Like, dude,
that is Jesus throwing.
Okay, you're like, that's Jesus.
The second coming.
Yeah, Bear fans. I know a lot of Bear fans. I go back and forth with them on social media, and a lot of them are very cool.
Yeah.
But like, see, the thing is, like, a lot of fans who are pretty cool, but that's not like what the internet is. Like when I
Right.
talk about, because like I'll trash Bronco fans. I'll make a video just being harsh and just being, and then the Bronco fan will DM me and be like, I've always been a Packer fan. I'm a Broncos fan, but I've always respected the Packers. Why would you say it? Like, I'm not talking about you, dude.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the people on the internet. Like, you're good. Like, I feel bad that, you know what I mean? I feel bad because I was like, I just just broke this dude's like soul because like he's like I have no hate for the Broncos. Like I say this to people, I have no hate for the Broncos. I hated the Broncos in '97 to like 2009. Like it took a minute, all right, I ain't gonna lie. But like I don't care about the Broncos. Like no team. Like I hate the Broncos in Super Bowl 32. I was mad for a long time. Like no player is still there. John Elway is still lingering around, doing up in the office. But like. I'm just mad. I'm just talking trash because you're trying to steal my quarterback. You know what I mean? Like, if my neighbor's trying to steal my lawnmower, I'm not going to be like, hey, that's a nice lawnmower you got. No, lawnmower. And I want it. I don't want you to steal my lawnmower. I have to cut my grass sometime. I don't, though. I don't come. Dude, my neighbor just cut his grass for the third time to my one. And I'm outside getting out of my truck. He's cutting the grass. He just looks over at me like, dude, pull it out the garage, bro. Cut your damn grass already. I'm like, it's not long enough. You're retired, bro. You cut your grass like every other day. I have a job. I have a family. I have podcasts. I have shit to do. You know what I mean? Anyways, I went off it a little bit. Anyways, but hey, how many of us are drinking? I'm drinking beer. I'm drinking Spotted Cow of a wine glass because why not? You know what I mean? Are we drinking, Mr. Pack Daddy? You got stuff to do, bro. No. He's got stuff. No, he's a professional.
I gotta run back.
I haven't even finished the podcast for tonight.
No, he's got a real podcast. He actually gives people information. That would be fun.
I can't relate.
So, let me ask around the circle. We'll start with Kate. All right. Yeah. This is just a random question I just thought of. This is not planned. I do not have notes, Mr. Pack Daddy. He has notes about when he does his podcast. But Who's your most hated team outside of the NFC North? I think it's a good question. Right, Pack Daddy? Give me confirmation. Is that good?
Not answering. It's your show. You got this, dude. You can do this.
Outside. I mean, Broncos are up there, and it's just because I'm from Colorado. Like, I'm surrounded by it. I'm constantly told like I'm not a real Colorado native because I don't like the Broncos. But I really the Cowboys get to me a little bit. The fans are every year's their year. Like this is the year. And I hate to tell them, but like not every year is going to be your year, and maybe not this year or next year. But I mean, maybe with Dak coming back, you never know. But they kind of irritate me. I think I'd go Cowboys. Like if I'm not going to pick the Broncos because I've already talked a lot of trash, I'd probably go the Cowboys for sure.
Wow. I'm with that. I hate the Cowboys. Like I won't even say like because it's a clean show. It's sponsored by Quick Trip. But so Ray, what is your most hated team outside of the NFC North? I'm gonna pour my beer while you give your answer.
Patriots, 100%. Sorry, I'm not sorry, but I live in New England. I'm surrounded by them, and even my own family sometimes when they became a team in the 70s, and some of their fans and the organization itself is kind of shit. They didn't change their teams from like say the Giants, or my dad who was a Packers fan didn't change their team to the Patriots when they showed up because they're just like fuck them, and people living around them, no offense, y'all suck, you're a bunch of assholes.
So, Mr. Pack Daddy, first of all, I don't care about your answer for this. I want to say something else. He was ready to. No, give your answer because I feel like you were all ready.
No, forget it. I've been prepared. I got a speech prepared, but screw it. Let's just throw it out and start over. You do whatever you want in your show.
What I want to say to you is there's a guy I work with who he's now a supervisor. He used to not be a supervisor, but he listens to the podcast.
That's usually how that works.
He used to be my coworker. Now he's my boss. I listen to him, but I don't. I don't listen to him. But he listens to your podcast.
Nice.
And he'll tell me like, oh, you know what Pac Daddy was talking about? And I'm like, what the hell was I talking about last week? Why don't you listen to my shit?
So that's why you don't like me.
He listens to podcasts and he doesn't listen to them normally. He listens to them on 1.5 speed. So he can
That's
listen
what I do.
Yeah, he listens to them on 1.5 speed. And so he can listen to more. I'm like, oh, you can listen to more, so now you can squeeze mine. And he's like, I've never listened to your
He said, no.
I'm like, I had Tom Crabtree on. I've had some guy. He's like, I don't want to listen to him. But he told me one day, he pulled me in his office and said, hey, Matt, come here. And he's like, I was listening to Pac Daddy's podcast, and they were talking about you. I was like, oh, for real? And I didn't know who you were back then. At that time, I think I followed you after. I was like, oh, they're talking about me. I'm gonna follow. I mean, I didn't. Not that I don't know you, but you know what I mean. I don't know everybody all the time. You know, I was first started, and then he showed it to me. He's like, I'm gonna show you what he said. I think you had some other people on. I think you have like a whole crew over there, whatever the hell you got going on. But or that day you did. I don't know. It's more than one person. I think I'm drunk, but you guys were talking about how I was so optimistic. You're like, this guy is so optimistic. He's kind of stupid.
I didn't call you stupid.
No, you didn't say I was stupid. It's funnier if you did. You're like, this guy is the most optimistic person ever. And I remember telling my wife, and she's like, yeah, you just think they're going to win all the time, and that's just not going to happen. I was like, dude, I can't publicly say the Packers are going to lose the game. I guaranteed the Packers would beat the Bucs twice last year. Like, the first time didn't teach me. The second time I was like, I didn't have to guarantee it. I could have been like, I think they're going to win. But I was like, no, I'm going to double down. I guarantee it. And I put it on my social media, too, because I'm not only did I say it, I posted it places. Like, I showed everyone. But, dude, that's what I am, dude. I'm very optimistic. I'm not even optimistic. I think I'm just stupid. Like, the whole
I didn't call you stupid, man.
I'm calling myself that. No, because like the whole Aaron Rodgers thing, people are like, "Oh, you were right. He stayed." I'm like, that's not because I'm knowledgeable. I'm just so optimistic. I can't say anything bad about the Packers. Like I know, like there's some with this whole Aaron Rodgers thing. Aaron Rodgers was wrong a little bit. I think the front office is wrong a little bit. Like they're probably, I don't know, because I'm not in these meetings. I don't know if you're known, but I wasn't invited. They didn't invite me to hash it out for them, but I don't know. I forgot what I was saying. I'm a little buzzed. You guys
were saying how you were stupid, Matt.
Oh yeah. Aren't we all those Pac Daddy? Like, first of all, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
What is your expertise? Like, what do you do on your podcast? Like, what is your thing that like you're known for? Like, I'm known for like getting drunk. All right, you're probably known for having knowledge on something. What is your thing?
I don't know. I'm a little bit ranty. I get off topic, but otherwise, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not like that at all.
Like today, like my podcast today, I spent the first 10 minutes talking about tacos. So
tacos, I could go for a taco.
Dude, I found a taco truck on the way back today. Made a little detour. It was delicious.
Where do you live? Do you have taco truck? I live in a small town in Wisconsin.
Me too.
We have a Quick Trip. That's what we got. And
yeah,
I'm not mad about it. I'm not mad. I just want to make that clear. I'm not mad. But hey, if I ran to a taco truck every now and again, maybe Quick Trip could have a taco truck. Or just a Quick Trip truck driving around town.
Every time you talk about Quick Trip, I really want some damn mac and cheese because I love mac and cheese.
It is fine. It is good food. Chicken tenders. The chicken tenders.
Chicken tendies.
I just started eating the chicken tenders in Quick Trip not that long ago, like a month or two ago. And man, I bring them home. My wife's like, I can't eat no more damn chicken. I'm like, hey, I didn't bring them for you. You know, I didn't bring them for you. No, but like, I'm gonna try to get back in football here. I don't want to talk all night. The fact that he's got stuff to do. He's got a podcast to edit, and I don't know what you two have to do, but you probably have to do something. I don't have nothing to do.
This is it. This is all I'm doing.
All right, well, then let's do it. All right. I want to talk about Mr. Rashawn Gary because everyone was talking about Rashawn Gary's a bust, and I love that. because I don't know if they gave him fuel. Kind of like players really give a shit with like what fans say, or like, oh, this guy on a podcast said I was trash. I'm just gonna go and sell insurance now. You know, I don't think they care. I don't think they care. But like, I think Rashawn Gary's gonna be very good at. He was very good last year in the amount of stuff he got, and now you got Darius Smith, who is like the most disrespected outside linebacker in the league. They like. Madden has him at like number 10 rated, and like Khalil Mack is number 2, and like the stats just don't, the numbers don't lie. Khalil Mack is it there? But anyways, I think the pass rush is gonna be. I've been saying this for a long time on this podcast thing I do sometimes on the internet. I think the pass rush is gonna be ridiculous, and then you bring in Stokes. You know how I remember his name? I always forget it. I always think Stokes for Stokes. All right, I'm good enough, but I think the pass rush will be ridiculous. I think the secondary is going to be better. You got aim. Dude, I think this Packers defense could be really special. They get it all together. They got a defensive coordinator coming in. He's going to do some things, probably going to be good things. And I think this defense could be, dude, if this defense is like anywhere near as good as like my optimistic ass thinks it's going to be, like Aaron Rodgers could just be like, he could be like half Aaron Rodgers. People are like, oh, he wasn't that good 2018. If that defense is like what I think it could be, give me 2018, Aaron. I don't give a shit. I just think it's going to be so good. I think this team is so good. I don't know where I'm going with this. Someone answer a question. How good is this defense going to be? Just say so, people. I'm just rambling here. I'm just rambling. Katie, how good is the Packers going to be? No, I'm going to ask Katie this. One day you can have your own podcast, all right? So this is your audition. All right, the best version of Katie you can be, and break down the Packers. No, you don't have to break it down. Just talk shit and say how great is this Packers defense going to be this year. I'm gonna drink while you do that. Shout out to Spotted Cow. You know what I mean?
Hey, I love a good spotted cow. Everyone knows I love a good spotted cow. This Packers defense, I'm so excited. I am so excited for Eric Stokes. I think he's gonna destroy it. He's also really cute. Like, he's just precious, and I'm really excited about that. Which maybe not great for defense to be precious, but I don't care. I'm so excited. I think I'm also really excited for our offensive line. Like, I think Bakhtiari coming back. I don't know if it's going to be game 1. I hope it'll be game 1. He seems to be doing well. But I'm also really excited about that. I know you said defense, but I don't really care. I'm going to talk about the offense too.
Hey, I'm excited
for the whole team. I'm so excited. Like, I agree with you. And this was an argument Bears fans always had. Like, well, you know, same thing. Like, oh, you're going to lose Aaron Rodgers and you're going to suck. Well, not really. I mean, we have players that are literally top 2, not 2 in their position.
Yeah.
All over the team. Like, it's not. It used to be just Aaron Rodgers as quarterback, and like the rest of the team was like, man, we're okay. But this team is so good. You can stick Jordan Love back there, and he still won't be touched. And I say this time and time again, if you have an offensive line that gives your quarterback time, it does not matter. Because you have an NFL full of quarterbacks that can throw the ball. The problem is, can they throw the ball quick enough and accurate enough to make things happen? And Aaron Rodgers can. But if you have an offensive line that gives him 10, 15 seconds to throw the ball, anybody can get it to where it needs to go. Like, these are the top 30 quarterbacks in the freaking country.
Yeah.
Give them all the time in the world. And that's why I'm sad to say I think Fields will not be great, because the rest of his team is garbage. Like, if you stuck our offensive line in front of Fields, oh my gosh, like, he would be amazing. I think he's a great quarterback. I've said it over and over again. I hope that he's good. I hope their team sucks, but that he's not the cause of it, because I like the guy. I think he's good.
Yeah, I actually like Justin Fields. I think that and I've heard a lot about, like, because, like, I don't know. I think he's a good dude. First of all, I can't root against people like as people, but like, he plays for the Bears, so I hope the Bears don't do well in anything that ever happens to them. But like, Justin Fields, like, as a dude, like, his epilepsy, and I think he's a good, like, person. I think he does. I think he's. Am I right in that? Like, he's a player. So I think that he brings a light to that, and I think that's a good thing. That I think he's going to be good. I don't know. I just think he's a good dude. So, but I'm going to root against because he plays for the Bears. Like, I think like you were talking about, like I think if Kirk Cousins played for the Packers, he could do well. I really do.
I hate that I agree. I think
the Packers roster is so good that you don't have to have a great quarterback, but we happen to. So sucks to suck, like for everyone else in the North. But you don't have to have a great quarterback. Kirk Cousins is not a great quarterback. He's like average. If you had average and then average. Like the average of average is Kirk Cousins. He's the averages with average of all average. That is what Kirk Cousins is.
Average to the fourth power. Okay.
Stafford, I think is good. I think Stafford going to the Rams is good for the Rams. It's good for the NFC North that Stafford left. I'm not saying that Stafford is like the end all be all, but I like Stafford. He's tough.
I'm saying that.
His shoulder was all busted up. He's like, I'm good. Get off me. I'm good. I'm going to go in there. And he slung a touchdown for like 2 yards. But whatever, he was still in there. Jay Cutler, NFC Championship game. He's like, I don't know, man. I'm not feeling it, bro. I don't know. It's a little sore sometimes when I do this. And that's what I do. You know what I mean? So I don't know I'm going to do that no more. So I'm going to hang out over here. And you guys go ahead. Best of luck, though, bro. And then they lost again. But I don't even know where I was going with that. But, like, but, dude, yeah, I think the Packers roster is so good. So, I just think they're gonna win a lot of. I think they're gonna win the Super Bowl. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. So Ray, what do you want to say? You got something smart to say? You seem like you're just chirping up over there. You just seem like you got some smart shit to say. What is your favorite part about this Packers team outside of Aaron Rodgers? Because we know that's it. And if it's not it, well, then you're wrong. So
other than Aaron Rodgers, I love me some Jair Alexander. I think he's the shit. Go. He's absolutely the shit. That man is all over the place. He watches the ball and the player at the same time, and it's beautiful to watch. And he's a beautiful human being. But besides that point, Joe Barry, new defensive coordinator.
Yeah, I've heard of him before. I forget his name.
I'm interested to see what happens. You know, we had Capers and I'm interested to see. I didn't know much about him. I honestly kind of forgot that we even had a new defensive coordinator.
I forgot to literally.
I'm like.
Yeah.
We have a new defense coordinator. I'm like, wait, is it his second year? I forget. This offseason has been so long.
It felt like 2 years.
Yeah, it has, because that's how long. So, Mr. Pack Daddy, what do you think about Mr. Joe Barry? Like, you're smart, right? You know stuff about stuff, right?
You know things.
I don't know shit. Like this podcast, you might come on and thinking people probably tuned in right now and they're like, I'm gonna learn some shit today. Wrong, bro. You don't learn stuff from my show. You learn like maybe I should cut down on my drinking. That's what you start thinking when you listen to my show. But so what do you think? Like Joe Barry, what's he gonna do? Because I think he's like a linebacker type of guy. So I think like maybe he's not. I don't even know. But I think he was coaching with Preston Smith. That everyone's talking about, like, oh, he's gonna, because they have a relationship, like they know each other. But I don't even know if that's true. But I just say stuff sometimes. But I think it might be true. It's possible. They probably ran into each other at some point. But well, what are you thinking about Joe Barry over here? You're listening to a professional podcast over here, people. Thanks for tuning in.
I don't know. I'm nervous like everybody else. People freak out because his record wasn't so great or whatever. But if you might remember, Matt LaFleur wasn't so great when he went over as the offensive coordinator to the Tennessee Titans. That didn't go very well. And that was the biggest concern. Like, well, why would you hire this guy? He went over to the Titans and they got worse. That's kind of stupid. He comes over here and we dominate. So obviously there's a little bit more to evaluating the right fit for our team than just how well they did the year before that. But yeah, I know he worked with Preston in Washington. I know he worked with LA and obviously, they had the number one defense last year, so he's got a lot of knowledge. He worked with Fangio, so he's bringing a little bit of that. I talked with Coach Hahn. He's a guy that comes on with me. He knows the X's and O's stuff, but it goes over my head, so I don't know stuff either. I bring
drop some knowledge on me.
No, dude.
I did shit. I was like, oh, he's gonna teach me some shit today.
No.
Well, learn.
I'll leave that alone. I will say though, every time I've brought you up on my podcast, I've been very polite. I just want to reiterate that. I've been very nice.
No,
That's how I knew you were full of it, because I don't remember what you were talking about, but I'm like, I know I've never been mean to Matt Ramage before.
No, actually, like what it was, because I was joking because it makes it more funny.
Just don't want, because you got a lot of people that love you, and they're like, "Oh, screw that guy! I'm not listening to his podcast. He's mean to Matt."
First of all, Pack Daddy podcast is very good. I actually haven't listened to it before. I don't listen to a lot of podcasts, but I listen to yours because you mentioned me. I was like, he talks about me. I'm gonna listen.
Thank
to
you.
it.
It's Packernet podcast, but thank you.
No, but what you were saying is, I think on that episode is like I'm so optimistic. Like it was during the season because I'm very optimistic.
You're like the poster boy on my podcast. When I'm like overly optimistic fans that are always going to win, I just say Matt Ramage, and then people know what I'm talking about.
Because, dude, I'm so optimistic. Like even like with like I was saying, like with this Aaron Rodgers stuff, I'm not all knowing. I'm not smart. I was gonna die in that hill that Aaron Rodgers come back because I wanted to have. I'm the kind of guy like even like in our house, like when something bad happens, like the water heater's making a weird noise, and my wife's like, "We need a new water heater." Like it'll be all right, you know. I'm just optimistic. Like we'll just wait. You know, has it started on fire? No, then get off it. It's fine. It sounds like there's like a midget inside, or a little person, I should say. It's just trying to escape. Yeah, it's fine. Is it started on fire? It's fine. We'll be all right. We'll make it to the next paycheck. We'll be all right. No, but I'm very optimistic. I'm just when it comes to football and like everything, I'm just like I will not acknowledge anything bad will happen. Like dude, I can't stand people like will say like this person will get hurt. Like I've seen a lot of people talking about a certain quarterback that plays for the Packers. Like after he came back, I'm not even gonna say his name because I don't want to put no weird Uju on him or Muju. What's the word? I don't even know.
Uju's good.
They're like, oh, all this happened, and now that he comes back, he'll probably get hurt. I'm like, dude, you know what? I just blocked you, bro, because I don't want to hear that negativity. Right. Like, dude, I'm about positivity, optimism. The Packers, dude, I really do believe this. Like, I'm very optimistic, but I really do believe the Packers have such a good team. Like, I've been saying this all along since, like, if Aaron Rodgers, they can just figure it out. Oh, I got a burp coming out. Bro. I got a mute, but I didn't hit it. I think the Packers have such a good roster on defense, on offense. Robert Tonyan, I think, is going to – I said it last year. Like, I did the whole post-game show. I was yelling his name. Every time he even came close to a football, I yelled at him. Robert Tonyan. Well, I said his name wrong for the whole year. But like I think this year he's gonna get more touches. They're gonna give him like that more like highlighted tight end, like the Kelce's in the world. I'm not gonna compare him to him. I did that once. People throttled me. I got DMs for like a week and a half. Like he's not like Kelce. He's not Kittle. He's not. I'm like, all right. I'm just saying that he can be compared to him if they give him the touches that it takes to be that type of player. Get off my ass, bro. Like, dude, I'm just saying, like, he has it in him to be that dude. Like, he doesn't drop, like, oh, he's wide open all the time. Like, why is that a bad thing? They're like, all the catches he had, he was wide open. Well, he's good at getting open.
That's his job.
I know.
So he did it right?
Yeah, like Devontae Adams, like he catches the pass, like, well, he's wide open. Yeah, because he burned that sumbitch. Like, what do you want? Like, dude, like, I don't. Why is that bad? Like, every pass
literally how football works.
Yeah, every pass has to be OBJ, like a one-handed catch miracle. Like, no. If you're wide open, that means that the corner that was playing you didn't do better than you. I was going to say gooder. He was not as gooder as you. No, but dude, that's what you want. That's what you want in a player that catches balls is to play better football than the guy who stops him from catching balls. I'm just trying to break it down for the people that don't understand.
This is how you mansplain football.
I'm mansplaining for mans. First of all, I can't mansplain nothing for mans because I can't even say mans right. No, but I'm just saying, like, dude, if you're wide open and you catch a ball, that's good. They're like, it's good. It's either he got open because he's a ridiculous athlete, or the coaches figured out a way that get him open because the other team kind of sucks in that area. So, like, either way, someone's got a band going in there.
That's my kids.
That's awesome.
They're playing Chase the Bowling Ball.
Where do you live? Because I want to stop by. I would like to play some volleyball. Anyways, all right. Hey, it was awesome having you guys. A lot of people like watched this thing. It was kind of weird. Football season is back, people. Football season is back. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I've never had Kate on. We follow each other on Twitter. We've talked a few times. Ray, it was awesome to talk to you. You got a cool background. You got 12 up there. You got a Packer poster. You got all the things happening over there. You got Mr. Pack Daddy over here, who would not let me call him Daddy through the show. That's a cool hat. That's a cool hat. Yeah, Pack Daddy has never asked me to come on his podcast. We're not going to talk about that, though.
I had you on.
Oh, did you? Oh,
it was a video thing, but you were on.
Oh, I was on. I'm drunk. I forgot. No, I love this show. Everyone watching, go check out Pack Daddy Podcast. It's on all the platforms that do podcast stuff. You're probably on YouTube, right?
Sometimes.
Yeah, you're probably not. But before we head out, I want to say something. If you use code Matt Ramage, you get $20 off your first SeatGeek purchase. All right, people. You're gonna buy tickets. You're gonna go to a Packer game. You're gonna go to a concert. Maybe see some Elton John. Maybe some Leonard Skinner. Are they still doing things out there in Leonard Skinner land? Maybe Kanye West is touring. I don't know who the hell you listen to, people. But whoever you listen to and whatever games you're going, whatever you're doing in the world, go out because COVID's. I don't know. I shouldn't say that. But like, people are going out more often than they used to a year ago. All right, I'll just say I'm not going to say anything else. But like, if you're going to go out, you're going to have a good time and be around people a lot. Go to SeatGeek. Go to Matt Ramage. Use promo code Matt. I'm so horrible at ads, people. All right, but use promo code Matt Ramage. You get $20 off your first SeatGeek purchase. You know, they're going to cancel me. This is it. All right. That's the last ad you're going to see for SeatGeek. It's a great place if you're going to go to a concert. I might go to a concert. I'm going to go to one. I'm going to use my own code. And I'm going to go see, I don't know who comes to Green Bay sometimes. Anyway,
probably Kanye West.
I don't think he comes to Green Bay. I don't think he does. Slim Shady, I wouldn't mind. You know what I mean?
Lil Wayne, there we go.
Lil Wayne. All right, anyways. Use SeatGeek code Matt Ramage, you get $20. And it's probably going to end soon, so you might want to jump on that. They're going to cancel this ad. They're like, you know what? Anyways, I appreciate everyone tuning in. All right. And if you're on Twitter, subscribe. No one ever subscribes to me on Twitter. I wish they would. I'd like to have subscribers. Share it and retweet and subscribe. I put that on there one time. I never took it off, and I share it every time. Anyways, thank you all for tuning in. Go Pack, go, people!
Go Pack, go!
Go Pack Daddy and Ray. Woo-hoo! Aaron Rodgers is back, people. Let's go. Oh, no. Oh, I forgot to hit this button.